Hello and welcome to the 2017 Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP. Once again, we're joined by some of the toughest trucks in America as voted by you, the readers of Diesel Power magazine. The competition begins as it always does. Our competitors converging outside of Denver, Colorado at the hotel. They go through registration. They get the swag bag and they get their numbers assigned. This year, returning champion 6-liter Charley Teeter's wearing that all-important number 1 on the window. Day 2, we head to Red Rocks, that gorgeous area outside of Denver where the magazine editors shoot their features and get the beauty shots of the trucks. Then they get on the dyno and they actually perform a fuel economy test. Very interesting test of man and machine to prove they're in fact street truck. Then finally we get to day 3 and the thrash really begins. Right up to the last second, they're wrenching in the parking lot as we get ready to pull these trucks on the chassis dyno and ATS Diesel Performance and test their metal. We're going to find out how much horsepower they make, how much torque they make, and who stays together and who doesn't. It's going to be a great day and the competition begins now.
Sean Doran of Wisconsin in a 2012 Ford F-250 powered by a compound turbocharged 6.7-liter Power Stroke.
All right, Sean Doran, one of the members of the Wisconsin Army out here this week. You're the first guy in the rollers. You guys are thrashing in the parking lot. What was going on out there?
Got a little bit of an oil leak going on. Did some last-minute repairs. It's still seeping a little bit, but I think we got it handled.
So obviously, at sea level, the truck makes like 1,400 at the wheel, somewhere around there. Have you done any sort of altitude testing or trying to figure out any way to correct it?
Have not. So just kind of learning, see how it goes, hopefully it does well.
The dyno rules are very simple. Each competitor can make up to 3 pulls inside a window of 30 minutes to make the most horsepower and torque possible. Biggest numbers win.
All right, Sean Doran, 3 good pulls, no oil coming out of it. That's the first thing. The second thing, you go 760 horse, 780, and then you jump it all the way to 876. So what changed in there?
I fattened it up a little bit, gave her a little bit more fuel. I was trying to keep it down as much as possible. I could have put bigger jets in it, decent pulls, so that's all I can ask for.
Kevin Jacob from Wisconsin driving a 2005 Ram 2500 with a compound turbocharged 5.9-liter Cummins engine.
So Wisconsin's Kevin Jacob has pulled onto the dyno rollers now.
Uncorrected up here. I'm hoping for minimum 750. I'd like to see 8, but it might not happen up here. So 750 is kind of what I'm hoping for.
Biggest thing's just keeping the rods in it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Kevin Jacob, 3 successful pulls, trucks all in one piece. Talk to me about strategy between the 3 pulls. Did you make any tuning changes or just the way you were trying to load the dyno?
No tuning, just a little bit harder loaded, I think, and made good numbers.
Returning Diesel Power Challenge champion Charley Teeter in a 2004 Ford F-250 powered by a triple compound turbocharged 6-liter Power Stroke.
You came out of this contest top 3 last year when we left the dyno area. Are you trying to do better than that this year? You want to be on top of the heap?
Nah, I'd be happy with the top 3 here today.
Charley Teeter made 2 pulls. The first pull we watched, the thing was really kind of straining against the straps and bouncing around.
Yeah, I wish we'd have had a smooth pull the first pull, but it is what it is. I mean, we had a good pull the second pull. I'm happy with it.
McCoy Black, in from North Carolina in his 1995 Dodge 2500, sporting a P-Pump equipped compound turbocharged 5.9-liter Cummins.
Only guy with the P-Pump motor in the competition. That's certainly not going to hold you back. This thing has the potential to set the big numbers here on the dyno.
Yes, sir. Definitely hoping for somewhere around, without the correction factor, somewhere around 1,200, we'd be happy. So 12 valves don't chassis dyno very good, so we're at a disadvantage there. But hell, we brought a disadvantage, and we knew it. So it is what it is.
How long before the competition was the truck finished?
Pulled out Friday morning, and we were still tinkering on it Friday. We showed up Saturday, and we're still finishing stuff.
Oh, good luck, man. A lot of people out there pulling for this truck. They love this thing, and we'll see what you can do. McCoy Black with one pull vaults all the way to the top of the sheet. You're well over 1,200 horsepower, over 2,000 foot-pounds. Tell me that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, first pull, we stayed down on jet size. It was only like a 99 full throttle jet. So we were expecting nowhere near that, honestly. Knowing that, we're almost scared to put a bigger jet to it now. So we get some water meth on it tonight, help cool it down for a drag strip, quarter miles a long ways. So we're more than happy with that number.
I'll tell you had a good flair for the dramatic too between the smoke, but then they had a nice little cone of flame coming out of the exhaust stack.
Yeah, she gets warm, non-intercooled and spraying nitrous, she gets warm, but coolant temperature's running great, oil pressure's running great, everything's fine. Couldn't expect anything different.
McCoy Black leading the dyno charge, and I don't know if anybody's gonna catch him. We're all smiling, dude, because that was awesome. McCoy throws down 1,255 horsepower, 2131 on the torque side, and that is a beast.
Before McCoy got on the dyno, I was walking around back here with the competitors, and I said, you know something? You're about to see something epic. Those are my exact words. Now, epic can go either way, as we both know. But I had confidence in this guy. He had troubles last night. We understand, where his place is in the street car category, but Diesel Power Challenge is about bringing that kind of technology, and that's old school technology, but making it work. One of the things that people were commenting about when they saw McCoy entered was that, well, it's a mechanical pump truck. But bottom line is it's old school, and that proves that old school is still a good school in this space, for sure. He just really made a big statement for the mechanical trucks.
Yeah, all these trucks are brutal in their own way, but when you look at this thing, mechanical pump, non-intercooled, he's shooting nitrous through it.
It just shouldn't work. That's the basics of it. It shouldn't work, but he just brought it real time. So I'm looking out for him for the rest of this deal.
Yeah, that motor may not be here for a long time, but it sure is here for a good time. So this Wisconsin's Mike Bunkelman is a 5.9 Cummins, a single turbo 5.9 Cummins out here. One of the few trucks we have in the competition this year with a big single on it. Typically in this altitude, the single trucks tend to struggle, but we'll find out what Mike's got for a tune-up and what he's expecting to get out of the dyno.
I don't know, my old setup, I put down 780 on a sea-level dyno, so if I can get close to that with a bigger charger and a different head on it, I guess we'll be happy with that. It's going to be hard to compete with.
What is on it for a turbo?
369 SXE, okay. Billet wheel. Got a stage 2 DNJ head on it. 102 industrial injectors, and a gold nugget behind it. So.
Mike Bunkelman, when you're done with your pulls, talk to me about the third pull you made. The truck made an upshift, and in our rules, we talked about it. You get to have a correction pull, if you will. What caused the truck to upshift?
I kind of think the torque converter was a little lazy on the lockup. I got a lockup switch in it, but when I was going up in the RPMs, I usually like to lock it in about 1700, and I couldn't tell if it shifted or not. So once I got her up to 2200, 2300, I think it got lazy on me, and then I didn't know if it upshifted to overdrive or what. So that's why I just let out.
I tried to hardcore
Wisconsin's Tim Yon. It's a 2008 F-250, has a 6.4-liter engine that is compound turbocharged. You were here last year, but you were not sitting in that seat. How much different does this feel than it was with your buddies last year?
Oh, 100% different. 100% different.
What numbers would make you happy? Give me some round numbers. Give me a window.
1,000 horse.
Well, Tim Yon just dropped a bomb on this place. 1,315 horsepower, and I'm talking just a tick under 2,000 foot-pounds of torque. Well, it is fantastic. You're going to head to the drag strip tomorrow in a very good position no matter what happens behind you. Now, you are going to leave it with that one pull, right?
Yeah.
Smart man. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Rich Stroop from New York driving a 2005 GMC Sierra 3500 HD with a single turbocharged Duramax V8.
Here with Rich Stroop, towed some 30 hours from New York State to get out here to Denver. You have what is probably the biggest truck in competition, certainly the heaviest. Give me the rundown of what I'm looking at here.
She's an 05. She's got 135,000 miles on it. It's got the original LLY block in it. It's on its second set of heads. This is the third version of this motor.
One last question. You got to hold the flag for the GM faithful, don't you?
I've been hearing that a lot. Yeah, I've been hearing it a lot. I was like, I didn't realize it when we were out doing the stickers. I'm like, where are the other GMs? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the only one.
Rich Stroop, second pull was the best one, over 760 horsepower, just shy of 1,170 foot-pounds. The first pull, did you just was that a short pull just to make sure you're loading the truck up right?
Yeah, I effed up, honestly. I was on my street tune and made that. I didn't even spray it. There was nothing. That was just fuel.
Well, we're glad the truck held together. We'll see you at the drag strip tomorrow, and now you get to relax, and once we're done here, have a cold one with the boys.
Oh, hell yeah, man. My heart's slowing down right now so quickly. Thank you.
Wisconsin's Patrick Whitcomb driving a 2008 Ford F-450 dually with a compound turbocharged 6.4-liter Power Stroke.
Patrick Whitcomb up in the catbird seat here in his F-450. My understanding is that you bought this thing brand new?
Yes, that's correct.
How soon after you bought it did you start modifying it?
As soon as they came out with something for it. There wasn't even anything out when I got it. I think I got an Edge right when they came out with it. It was the first thing I did to it.
Talk to me about the induction setup on the truck. What's the setup?
I'm running a 66mm VGT from Elite Diesel and an 86mm Precision. So see what you can do.
Last question before I let you get to work here. What is the number that you'd be, not the crazy number, just what would you be happy with?
I'd be happy to crack 1,000 horse uncorrected number.
Patrick Whitcomb, you're smiling because you exceeded your own expectations. There's a saying that pilots have is that you can never have too many engines or too much fuel. In your case, you can never have too many nitrous solenoids. How did you jump this thing almost 400 horse between pulls?
On the first run, I knew that 700 horse wasn't accurate. Kind of assumed the solenoids might not be opening up, jumped out, checked bottle pressure. Bottle pressure was full yet. pulled the lines off, the solenoids were an opening, let some pressure out of the lines, could only get one solenoid to open. So I had a third solenoid set up on a momentary switch, switched the bigger jets over into that line, and we made it work.
Wyoming's Levi Kretsch driving his 2006 Dodge Ram 2500, powered by a compound turbocharged 6.4-liter Cummins inline 6. Rather than rushing into his first dyno pull, Levi Kretsch and crew have decided to go over the details, make a couple phone calls, and make sure that this Dodge Ram is ready to roll.
Just talk to me about the truck, how long you had it, what's the setup?
Honestly, we got this truck a year and a half ago from Curtis Holmes. He had some issues with it. We took over the build. Back in 2008, this was Corey Nealis' truck. It was one of actually the first 1,000 horsepower trucks in the nation back, 2011.
So to be competitive here, you got to throw up some big numbers. You ready?
Oh yeah. We ain't worried one bit, man. We're ready. We're ready to send it.
It's a smile of a confident man. You got to love it.
Not the number we were wanting, especially with the nitrous on it. We know it makes way more fuel only at our elevation in Gillette. But like I said, man, this is Denver. Anything can happen, so we're still going to send it though.
With all of our competitors having taken their fair shot at the dyno, the top three shake out like this. McCoy Black and the mechanically injected truck leads all comers, Tim Yan came in second, and Patrick Whitcomb rounds out the top three.
We were a little iffy on how much we were going to start with. We didn't go as much nitrous and everything as we could have, but it made the number we wanted for sure. So, you know, there are a few other people we were a little worried about, and you know, that's one of the benefits of going last is you get to watch everybody else make their numbers and know what you got to do. So it is what it is, and I think we drew like middle of the pack, so it could have been worse for sure. We could have been first.
Well, congratulations. You got some wrench to do this afternoon, work on that charging system, and we'll see you at Vandermeer Speedway tomorrow.
Sounds good. We're looking forward to it.
Thanks, McCoy.
It's a good day today. It's a good day to be in this country, enjoying all this freedom.
So that's it. We are done here at ATS Performance. We have completed the dyno portion of the 2017 Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP. We move on to Vandermeer Speedway and a whole new set of issues for all of our competitors tomorrow. It's all about the trucks, the drivers, and brute force punishment on the quarter-mile drag strip at Vandermeer Speedway.